How's it going? Pastor Andrew coming at you with another thought of the week. You know, George Patton, a great American general that we're all fairly familiar with, especially if you've taken any sort of modern U.S. history or military history, great American general during World War II. And he was commonly noted with a quote when he was preparing his troops to deploy to North Africa to kick the Nazis out of North Africa and eventually invade Italy. But one of the things that he said to his troops as they were preparing to deploy was, "America loves a winner. America does not tolerate losing." In this particular context, it was referring to war, referring to our mentality in America that we don't lose, that America loves a winner. I don't know about you, growing up, I was one of the last generations, I feel like, where I didn't get a trophy to participate. I was born still in that time frame to where if you won, you got recognized. And for those reasons, we strove to be a winner. There was no such thing as second place. I remember I had a coach when I played baseball saying that second place is just the last winner, or the first loser. We have this mindset in our life of we have to win, 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 no matter what. That we always have to be the best. So my thought of the week, though, is what happens when we're not the best? What happens when we fall short? What happens when we've worked and we've worked and we've worked and worked a little bit more, but still fall short of our goal? We live in a culture and society that doesn't just focus on winning, but focuses on setting goals and achieving those goals. And I don't know about you, but there's a lot of times, I fall short. I miss my target. I miss my goal. What do I do? How do I handle it? And this is me being real. This is something that I personally struggle with. I have this mentality of I don't want to lose. I always am going to be a winner. But sometimes we can't always win. How do we handle losing? How do we handle not being the best? I think one of the things that's so important is when we don't achieve a goal. Are we using that failure, and I'm just going to call it how it is a failure. How are we going to allow that failure to teach us to not fail again? When I study the Bible, I look at Paul the Apostle, greatest missionary of all time. He failed countless times. He missed his goal. He missed his mark. Or in the Old Testament, think of Moses, great man of God, fell short, failed. We see so many countless examples in the Bible of great leaders, great men and women that have a heart for God but fall short. I think we all fall short. Actually, the Bible tells us we all fall short of the glory of God. We all fail. And the thing is, we focus so much on earthly failures. We talk about, I missed my quota at work, or I failed a test, or all these other things that we focus so much on. We think that matters, that we don't think about how we fail spiritually, which we do every day. And again, that's something that's kind of negative, and it's something that we don't necessarily want to think about, because I don't know about you, but being spiritually successful 100% of the time is a goal that's just straight up unattainable. Because of our sin nature, we're constantly messing up, we're constantly sinning on a daily, almost hourly basis. And after a while, we almost get sick of trying because we're constantly failing. And we sometimes get mad at God and go, "God, why have you set me up for failure?" And the thing is when we talk about that, God hasn't set us up for failure. We were made in the standard that we would be obedient, that we were made in perfection. But the problem is because of our sin nature, we can't live up to that standard. But the thing is God has given us a way to where every waking moment we have the ability to it be made right again. You know, when we talk about being set up for failure, I remember in college, being a history major, math and science was not my thing. It still really isn't my thing. And I remember I had to take a physics class. And I don't know about you, physics was not fun. I wanted to sign up for the easiest science class humanly possible at the time, and it was physics for non-physics majors. And I took that class for the sole reason that I could get my science credit knocked out, and it wasn't going to be that hard. But I remember the exams, and it was hands down some of the hardest exams I ever took in my life. And I would just pray that everybody would fail just enough to where we could get our exams graded on a curve so my grade would go up. But going into that class with the mindset of I'm going to fail, and hopefully everybody else fails along with me to pull me up. What if we didn't have that mindset about anything, especially our spiritual life of I'm going to fail, and so because I'm going to fail, why should I even bother trying? We have to try every single day. And we have to understand that we are going to fail. And that's where grace comes in. And not riding on the mentality, riding with the mentality on the coattails of grace that, yeah, I'm going to screw up, so I'm just going to keep on screwing up. Instead, going into life with the mentality of, you know what, God, I'm going to mess up today, but I'm going to do everything I possibly can to not sin and to not screw up. We got to take that mentality with us on a daily basis. You know, try everything we possibly can to win. Do everything we possibly can to be successful. One final illustration, if you will. You know, one of the big things in the military when we take a PT test, you have 2 minutes to do push-ups and sit-ups. One of the big things that I know my graders are and how I am when I grade a PT test, I don't want to see anybody when they get the bare bones minimum to just get up and quit. Keep trying. Keep doing as many push-ups as you can. Keep doing as many sit-ups as you can. Don't quit just because you hit the bare bones minimum. Keep trying. Keep pushing. Keep striving to get 100% instead of just settling for the bare bones minimum. And even if you fall short, and we all are going to fall short, how are we going to adjust to get better? Have a good week.